chopping it up, to lean there and shit. Just chop it up.
Oh, well, yeah, shit.
Hey,
I used to
salute.
like hopping around on mine, homie. I had that old school
So,
86 Cutlass, nigga, with six switches or eight switches, eight pumps, eight dumps, 16 batteries. That bitch used to jump all over the place, man. Oh, we live?
Yeah,
My
I just
bad.
put
Yeah, we live now. We good.
I
We
Oh,
just put
good.
oh
the
Shit,
shit.
it's all
Salute to
but
the
good.
chat.
that Mill Lab
I
still cracking it like a motherfucker down there, huh?
Oh hell
I used
yeah, yeah. Mill be geeking. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's usually like a Saturday thing, though. 'Cause that's by
yeah.
the college and shit. So niggas go out there fuck around.
I used to just get the Cadillacs and put them on 13.7s, the little small ass rims, and then put a whole bunch of
Duh.
slaps in the back.
That shit killing your transmission and your gas, nigga.
Man, ain't nobody, everybody on 22s. Them things was, I always think about them now. Well, I be seeing cats still ride Lolos over here, but they not like how the big 24s and stuff. Back in the day, everybody like the 13.7s.
Yeah, 13 sevens, boy. Them motherfucking Danny Danes with the knockoffs, nigga, with the eagle
I
jumping
never got a
around,
chance to
boy.
get one of them. I never got a chance to get a pair of them.
No,
Oh
you ain't
man,
missing nothing. Yeah,
it
they
was
was
shit.
dope for what it was.
Last time I was
Hey,
in my
stop
bag,
it,
I think it was
stop,
about
stop.
when I was really
No,
in
hold
my bag.
on,
I think that Juvenile
hold
came
on.
out. I was riding on 20s and shit. I just jumped straight to the
Hold
dub.
on, hold on. I'm gonna tell
I
you
think I
like
had some
this.
18s and some dubs.
Before everybody was riding on them big rims on the West Coast, the 13.7s from Dana Danes was the man. Now, so
Yeah,
they just went,
13
yeah,
sevens
yeah,
and 15 eights.
No, I'm just saying
yeah, yeah. So,
my bag when those was the ones, my bag wasn't right at that
oh, you
at
was a
that.
kid though back then. I mean, you guys are younger. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
91, 92.
Oh yeah, nah, I ain't get my first Lolo till I was what 16. Yeah, that was like
Yeah, yeah,
96.
yeah, you guys are younger than me. So, 91, 92. That was on some Dana Danes. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, let me read this. Let me salute to everybody in the chat. What's happening, y'all? Welcome to another episode. Game Dog Talk. You
Oh
know what I'm
man,
saying?
let me see the chat. Hold up, I'm tripping. We just chopping it up,
What's happening, Nam Quest? I see in the building.
chopping it up. Oh man,
They all in their lowrider bag. I'm finna fuck around, get me one next year, nigga.
Paris Jackson, Mo Boxing, what's happening? Brandon Blue, what it do? Ezel Henry, Young World, what it do, fam? Dillian G, Miami Snoopy 305, what's happening? Hardy Dogs, Pennsylvania, what's happening, man? Let me see here. Drew Titan, what's happening, brother Drew Titan? Yeah, I just heard that, Drew. That's fucked up. Mark Wonderland, salute. Prince Original 2020, what's happening? Brother, I am ill will in the building. What's happening, fam? Woke up in here. Damn, I think let's skip somebody. That's what. What's that? Kira, Kiri, salute. Let's see here. Seth Calhoun, what it do? APB Heard. Mo G, what it do, fam? Running Stones. Joe Houston. Fat Fun Ray. Raheem Ali. Sir Kennels. D Man Jr. King Step. Lot Boy. FTB Kennels. What's happening? Brother Aladdin Saddam up in here. I can't even pronounce your name, family. Bank Statement Bullies. Salute, homie. And you got
Yeah, yeah, that's Cuzzo. Salute, bank statement.
yeah. Then we got Jamal Myers. What's happening? Uh, uh, Stephen Lamont Hawkins. What it do? Fat Fine Ray. Paragon of Principles, what it do, fam? Ricky Rogers up in here. What's happening, fam? SBC Kennels. Paul Bolden. Salute to my brother. I'm Ill Will in the super chat showing love early. Much love, much appreciation, fam. Say salute to the dog, Pound, and the general. Says I'm practicing for later. Yeah, I know you got your concert coming up. I can be over there kicking it again, man. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna try to get over there. Check it
You
out.
better have them jokes ready too, cause I'm coming with a whole flash drive full of jokes on your motherfucking ass tonight.
Yeah, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Much love to y'all. What's that? Young Bulldogger. What's happening? Quincy in the building. Like I said, my homie D-Man Jr., Renegade Kennel, Kenyatta Ali, Trey Brown, what's happening? Salute, family. Much love to everybody that's in the building. Happy New Year to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all be safe tonight, man. Don't be out there drinking and driving and acting a goddamn fool. You know what I'm saying? 2020 ain't been a fucked up year, but it ain't over yet. You know what I'm saying? So don't be crazy. That's why I'm chilling tonight, bro. It's a janky ass year, bro. It's a janky ass year. I'm chilling. I'm sitting my ass in the house. Before calling me, hey man, you doing something tonight? I was gonna come through and pop a bottle with you. Nah, I'm straight. We'll just save it for next year, nigga. I ain't fucking around with this shit.
Hey, that ain't no look. I got my turkey necks out the oven, my black eyed peas and my greens,
Yeah,
and got my bottle of drink, and I'm sitting at the house. I'm good.
yeah. That's my wife down there cooking the same shit right now. Turkey,
I'm good.
black eyed peas with turkey, man. And I already got my greens done. I eat that shit tomorrow though. Yes, indeed, man. But yeah, man, how everybody been doing, man? You know what I'm saying? What's up with the these hounds, man? Buck, I see you been cooking. You been in the kitchen cooking, Buck.
Cook.
Yeah.
You know, cook. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's all I could say.
Yes, indeed. Buck been in the kitchen cooking. What happened? Somebody try to come in or something?
Oh no, that was my connection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hell no, ain't nobody fucking coming in that ain't welcome.
No.
What up, Eli Cuzzo?
What's good, Cuzzo?
What up,
Man,
Eli?
driving home.
Buck, what you want to tell people what you got coming, or you want to save it?
Oh no, I ain't got nothing.
I hear that.
I don't like to get anxious. I'm like a very impatient person.
Right.
I just want to just roll through.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah,
man.
It's a few good things going on. I'm just blessed to be a part of a couple more things. Of course, nothing comes to somebody that's just sitting back. I got a couple things I put together myself, so it's just gonna be a journey, man. I say we're ending this year harder than we ended last year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I guess we can start off with the first topic. I guess we can start with Buck, you said it was a recall, huh? A recall on the motherfucking sports mix dog food, right?
Yeah, man. Crazy.
It's fucked up. They said it had mold. I guess it's a type of mold that grows on grain and corn and shit. So, so that shit, I guess it killed like 28 dogs that we know of, and 10 more dogs are sick. So they're making a recall of the shit, man. What would you fed your dog some of that?
Yeah, I actually did a video, and I was comparing that with the Diamond High Energy. I forget what bag they said, but I guess it was at that whatever facility that they make it. Midwestern Pet Foods.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's manufactured by. So yeah, they found the alpha toxins, in the food. And yeah, I was feeding that. I did a comparison video. I fed one, I think 10 days or something, or 2 bags a piece. I did something. I can't remember how split it up. I think it was 2 weeks apiece. And then I actually picked the sport mix like being better than the Diamond High Energy. And at the time they were saying, yeah, Diamond recall and all this stuff. You know, they were talking about when the Diamond brand had their little recall thing going on. You know what I'm saying? It passes around, but it was kind of crazy. I always get my feed when when I get a couple bags to the end, and just for some reason I just wasn't getting it. I was just like, fuck it, I'll just get it when I get it. And crazy how we just find out this, So everybody, if you got that dog food, just go Google it. It pop right up. Sport mix recall. You can hear about it, figure out if you want to use the rest of what you got, or I'm pretty sure people probably should let them figure it out at first. There's other brands to pick.
You gotta be careful with these dog foods. I've been, that's been one thing lately, man. I've been really watching it. Like at first I was like, man, I don't feel like fucking feeding no raw, putting all this shit together and shit, prepping meals and shit. But that's one of the reasons why I turned over and started feeding raw, because I had got a bag of fucking Diamond, and my dogs just went to shit. I'm like, man, this something funny. What the fuck is going on? And I had one of my partners had brought his dog over, and his dog was perfectly fine. I fed him the fucking food, and the dog started doing the same shit, throwing up like my dogs was doing the same thing. And I switched over to raw then and started doing that. And then I started feeding the Victor, and started feeding another grain-free dog food. And then I started reading that shit about that the estrogen levels and females not being able to reproduce, having infertility issues, and fucking males not having interest and shit like that. That shit just turned me all off and made me start feeding raw again. You gotta watch them dog food.
I had the same problem with that Diamond, all this shit, and my boy, he had the same thing, and we was like, God damn, I ain't gonna lie, I took my 2 motherfucking bags I had and threw them shits right in the garbage. It was basically worse. I didn't even feed that shit, and then I see the sports mix. I knew something was bad. Luckily, I don't have a whole bunch of animals, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, hell no.
Yeah. Sports mix had got a whole lot better than what they used to be back in the day. I was surprised to even hear that about sports mix, because they formula from what it used to be back in the day, that shit used to be like, it was just a maintenance, just throw it out there and keep them going. But here lately, they feed had got real good. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I tend to just for the puppy, I give him Blue Wilderness puppy food and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I give him some raw just to mix. Sometimes mix the raw in there. Sometimes to give him some meat or whatever. But I give him Blue Wilderness, and for my adult dogs, you know what I'm saying? If it's like summertime, spring, and fall, I tend to get them Blue Wilderness too. Plus, I get them motherfucking raw meat. But like I was just telling Bulldog Mall, in the wintertime, you know what I'm saying? I get them because they out there and it's cold, the motherfucker. I get them raw food, but I also get them the little junk food, man. I get them motherfucking kibbles and bits and shit, man. I give them that shit because it's only for a couple months, 2 months, 3 months. I give them that bullshit, and then I get them back right. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep some weight on them while they out there shivering and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my technique and shit. It's been working so far. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Yeah, man. But what y'all the topic we got for the day though, man. This the main issue. What would the bulldog? What would the American Pit Bull Terrier be? Okay, without the urban market. Now, what I mean by that is like historically, when these dogs used to be, pretty much part of a secret society type of thing, then it started spreading a little more and start seeing the dogs on Little Rascals and shit like that, and Kobe was selling the dogs on a mass level. Other people, Bodrew and Garner, selling the dogs on the mass level to where other people who they ain't have connections, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know somebody, their uncle wasn't a dog man and all this type of shit. But other people had access to the dogs if they knew what they was looking for. So, um, what do y'all think the breed is now that these dogs are out here and a lot of people have access to them? Do you think that hurt the breed, or do you think it's been a good thing? Let's start with you, Buck.
I think it'll be harder to tap in, probably with something real solid. But I think there's always people that take what they do seriously and hold on to stuff no matter what. And even if they had to go underground with the shit and not talk to nobody nowhere just so they won't even be smelling like anything. I think people go through those lengths to keep the blood. So you got people like that, and then this shit's trendy. You got some people that just do it for the trend. I was talking to a friend of mine, and there was a guy, he jumped in the game, maybe a couple years ago, and what I'm saying, like he, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing, but he's going for all the trendy shit, what I'm saying, just trying to breed and put stuff out there. So, I'm not saying that he can't produce nothing good, but it's like, you're going to get a lot of people that's just putting stuff together, more than usual. So I think the blood and everything is still there. It's good, just as good as it ever been. But if you just out the loop and you don't know nobody, I think it'll probably be a hell of a lot harder to come across something solid.
Mm-hmm. What you think, Maul? No shit, Maul dipped off. Shit. What you think, Eli?
For me, I think it's good and bad. I think you can't take away from the history of what a lot of people in urban communities have did with these dogs. And a lot of what we have now wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people in dog men in urban communities,
Right.
And it also widened the range of the things that we can get. But when it comes to, you know, the different type of personalities in these dogs and
My bad, y'all.
the different type of person, no problem, Mom. The different type of personalities in these dogs and what they bring, sometimes it bring a little bit too much. It don't matter like your lifestyle so much as how you do what you do and how you move. You know, a lot of people think, oh, this came with the dogs. Yeah, a lot of stuff came with the dogs and the way it is, but it's the way certain people move in the dogs and with all the extracurricular stuff that they have going on that make it bad. So from that perspective of moving it out of rural areas and more private and those type of groups to having mass produced dogs and dogs everywhere, the difference in being a responsible owner versus being somebody that's even just a hobbyist of the breed or just somebody that have a love for the breed and take care of the animals and take care of their business on that respect level, you know, that's the difference. And that's just the difference in people, period. No matter what you do in life, it's the people around it. Some people gonna do right, some people gonna do wrong. It don't even matter if it was just in that stuck in those rural areas. Some people gonna do right, some people gonna do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Yes,
thoughts on it.
indeed. Yes, indeed. What you think, Ma?
Um, I think, one, I wouldn't have the breed if it wasn't for people, being, basically mass produced. But I think with this breed of dog, it's kind of, you need the owner's manual. It's so much misinformation out here that, I mean, I remember when I was a kid, you had people literally saying, get a dog gunpowder. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm sure
Yeah,
most have heard that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's it's almost like when you put something out there, especially like these dogs or anything, and you put them in the wrong hands, and you don't give a person no instructions on what to do with them. That's where the detriment becomes to society. You still have people trying to make these dogs guard dogs. You know, um, yeah, you got people trying to. I apologize, my little daughter. She trying to take over the them, but you got people still trying to make these dogs guard dogs, and it's just a misuse of that. To me, is just a misuse of what this breed is. You know,
right.
so as far as I'm concerned, the urban market and the mass production of it. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. You know, I mean, depending on how you look at it, but I just think that the people who are selling them, it's a response. They had a responsibility, to put the give the right instruction and put them in the right hand, and not just anybody with a dollar. So and that's kind of where a lot of people who I think who are kind of concerned about a person peddling and all that, because they think a person is just selling them to anybody, to a kid. You know what I'm saying? And in some cases that could possibly be true, but so it's a give and take. You know what I'm saying, with these dogs. I just know when I with the dogs, with if I ever decide to breed, for me as an individual, that I'm going to be careful what hands they're in. And so, if I answered the question, or I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
that's my take on it.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, salute, Ma. I say I agree with that 100%, bro. That was
Yes,
well
sir.
said.
I said one earlier today where you could try to put them in the right hands, and what I'm saying, I had somebody actually hit me up getting the dog through somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, they definitely do that.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, they
Uh,
definitely do that
they
sometimes,
try to
man.
backdoor you for a dog. That shit crazy. Where we at though?
Yeah, man. What's the topic is how do you feel, Ram? Uh, the state of the Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that the dogs reaching all over to the urban market now? How you think that affected the game right now?
Shit, the game wouldn't be shit if that didn't happen. Shit,
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers, in the herbs like to travel and all that, man. You know, motherfuckers actually put in the work, but don't, get the credit they deserve. So hell yeah, shout out to all my suburbanites doing what they do with these animals, man. We the ones make this shit crack. For
Yeah.
real. I ain't just talking about just the brothers, even though, we do our just due with these animals, but everybody that's from the hood, salute to everybody who out there getting it, making it shake, you know. Motherfuckers
Mm-hmm.
ain't got space for no 50 dogs or nothing, so the little 10 dogs they got be the cream of the crop type shit. I gotta respect that, man, because it ain't easy being cheesy with these fucking dogs in the neighborhood, bro.
Right. Right. Yeah. I think well, my answer to that was like I understand both sides of the argument, right? Because I remember old timers and shit. Like I remember my grandfather. He hated the fact that the dogs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like kids around the neighborhood had the dogs. He hated that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I understood why, because he comes from a different generation. You know what I'm saying? But and he looking at it like the breed gonna be, because he predicted the breed was gonna be gone by now. You know it was gonna get exterminated and be fucked up. But the breed's still here, so I believe that it has to be a good thing to me. And the reason why I say that is because of this. If you take away all of these dogs from the urban areas, okay, and some excellent breedings have come from dudes. I don't know if people know this or not, but a lot of these dogs and shit that motherfuckers didn't start off with no big ass yards and shit. A lot of these motherfuckers had cribs in the suburbs, in the inner cities, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And they had some great dogs that was bred off of that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And put out there, right? And when they got their money up and shit like that, they went off into other things. And also, if you're talking about, from a historical point of view, of course, if you're talking about, matching and all this other stuff, to be honest with you, bro, like a lot of these legendary motherfucking dog men who got all these champions and grand champions, who do you think they was going into? I'm just saying, like, I can't really speak on that too much, but I'm just saying, bro, like look into who these dogs was going into don't just read the name, but read who own these dogs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes was from urban areas, from the cities, and that's how you got grand champion this and grand champion that. If it wasn't from the people from the urban area, you wouldn't have got grand champion nothing because he wouldn't have had nobody to go into. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a bunch of legendary one time and two times out this motherfucker, in my opinion. Trust nothing kennels. In the super chat, what it do, family? Salute. He says, salute to y'all. Salute to y'all, man. Happy New Year's to y'all, man. We gonna hand out dick meat sandwiches all 2021. Appreciate the knowledge. All love. Hey, salute to you, homie.
Goddamn right. Dig me sandwiches with a side of big bitch butt crumbs on these hoe ass niggas.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, and then
He
that's
said
what.
he done added one to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'll add little big bitch butt crumbs to the menu, man. You know them. So you ever at a
Sprinkling.
house party, you use the bathroom after a big bitch, that little shit she leave on the toilet, and it's butt crumbs.
And that's
I'm
a
feeding that shit to
disrespectful.
niggas.
That's a disrespectful bitch right there,
That's
man.
a
Oh yeah,
Anybody,
disrespect.
exactly.
I mean, anybody who sit their ass on the motherfucking toilet always supposed to wipe the toilet off before and after you get up. Like I don't understand that shit, man.
Especially if you big, leaving the big bitch butt crumbs behind. I'll scraping them hoes off, get them to these niggas.
This nigga had to scrape
This nigga raw, bro.
he had
This
to
nigga
scrape
raw.
it off with your fingernail and shit.
Yeah, no, I got a space scraper to scrape that shit into a bag it up,
That'd
nigga.
be crazy.
Like 12. What up, royalty? I say you, Brody. Salute, cuz. Brandon Blue, what up, cuz? 6 up, bro.
Yeah,
uh,
man. But yeah, man, so I understand it from both perspectives on how people feel about the shit. But I know this for a fact though. If everything was how uh the if everything was how people think it should be, with the dogs not hitting the urban market and stuff, a lot of y'all wouldn't have had no dogs. I'm just telling y'all that. I mean, I know everybody want to be high and righteous. I'm just telling you, you wouldn't have had no hounds. Okay, unless you was a part of that world and new motherfuckers, you wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have had no hounds. A lot of y'all got y'all first hounds from people because they were out there in the market for they were obtainable to you to get, you know what I'm saying? And even now, I mean, yeah, it's good game dogs out here. There's some good bulldogs out here, but the average dude on the street don't know where to go get no good game dog. He motherfucker tell you, "Oh, I got Pitt. I got Pitt, man." You know what I'm saying? Woo. And in his mind, his blue bully is a Pitt, or this big ass UKC dog is a Pitt in his mind. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like these
Right.
motherfuckers, know exactly where to go to get some shit from. And even if you know where to get some shit from, it's always some better shit tucked away somewhere else where don't nobody know. You see what I'm saying? It's always
Hey,
some
you
better
know that,
shit.
bro? That's how I got started, bro. Because my buddy, his uncle had dogs. My uncle had dogs and shit. My daddy, all of them took care of dogs and shit. So
Right.
it was like I was a little dude that was scared of dogs at first, but everybody in the neighborhood, because I was scared of them, used to fuck with me with them. And then I got to the point where fuck that. Give me a puppy. And I got used to my own puppy and got used to the dogs and shit. I had a little mutt half breed at first, you
Right.
know, but then shit, one of the dudes in the neighborhood seen me and like, oh, you take care of a dog pretty good. Then you run up and down the street with them. That's what they used to do to us in the neighborhood. Ain't no better way to see a dog in good shape than to put a little kid is what they used to tell us. I was like, why? I asked him one day, same dude I told y'all about that did the paper hanging and all that shit. I said, why you say that? He said, shit. You little motherfucker used to run up the street all day long, up and
Right.
down the street with that dog trailing behind y'all. And that dog be running all day long. Ain't no dog in better shape than that dog. He said, I seen you one day cross town all the way over here. And that dog, you had him on the leash, riding, pedaling next to you. And he was just your dog. But to me, when I looked at that dog, I said, ooh, that dog look good.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I see. And they used to come back to us. And when the dog got too much for us to handle, they came back and got the dog back from us for free. We
Right.
raised the dog and kept it in good shape and loved on it and socialized it. And they came back and got the dog back from us for free. He had a whole little plan. So that's how I ended up getting dog from Urban Dog Man.
Yeah. 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 And like I said, and technically, oh, what's up, Tay Tay? Happy New Year to you, sister. What's up, Kendrick Kendall's in here? I see y'all. Yeah, and like I said, like the thing is this, man. Like, there's a lot of good dog men in urban areas. A lot of them. Okay, like people paint this broad brush. Like if you live outside of the wilderness, and you got a game dog, then you either neglecting the dog ain't happy, or you some motherfucker that's having matches in your basement and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just people just got this stereotype in their head of what they think is going on, because that's what animal control and the media put out there every time they run up in some knucklehead house and shit, you know what I'm saying, who don't know what the fuck they doing. They run up in the knucklehead house, get us some footage, and then they slice the shit together and put out some little clip and then label everybody as this, and then motherfucker be trying to distance themselves from it, rightfully so. But in the process of distancing yourself from it, you start believing the hype that they put out there and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I don't fuck animal control, man. I mean, I seen this shit my whole life. These dogs in urban areas. I've seen these dogs in rural areas as well, and shit like that. And I feel like a good dog, man, is a good dog, man. If he take care of his hounds, he exercises them, he work them and shit like that. He following the tradition of the dogs. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no issue with it. You know what I mean? I ain't got no issue with it. You know?
What up, Tay Tay? You get to hay with all the wogs.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, man. So the next question we got, everybody done cooking on that? Next question I had was oh yeah. This is the question we had. I'm glad Eli on here because I want Eli to cook on this too. Is because I was a little confused about it because I know. All right, look, this is the question. A dog that has been on steroids, okay, and it's competed on steroids. I'm saying confirmation, whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? But he competed on steroids, and now, so he's a champion, grand champion, whatever. But now, the person who had him can't really breed the dog because his nuts is shrunk up to be damned. Okay, so uh, how do you bring that dog back? You know, get him back producing natural testosterone again, getting his nuts to fill out again, and get him ready to breed. Okay. Now I know how to do that in a human with a post psychotherapy situation. I know what compounds work for humans, but I'm not sure what will work for dogs and what the dosages and all that kind of stuff will be. But we ain't got to get into dosages. But Eli, what? Give us some education on that, man. As far as is it the same drugs that humans use in post psychotherapy for dogs?
For the most part, yes.
Okay.
Same type of concept, same type of thought. And for me, it ain't that I have experience with it on that part right there, because I would never recommend that you give your dogs steroids or nothing like that, you know. But just knowing people that are bodybuilders and doing my studies and actually having dogs that have to go to the vet and they have to get steroid use for certain different things. Dogs, a veterinarian will tell you dog get depression and different stuff, just like humans get from over too much estrogen, too much testosterone. Like I was talking about, even from the foods that are being given now with all the hormones and different stuff that's in the meats and uh, 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 the different feeds, you get sometimes you get a higher estrogen dosage, than what you actually need in your food. So that's where I have experience with it from. You still have to when you changing that food over and when you getting your dog back right, you have to go about it as if you coming off of a cycle. And
Right.
I got buddies and bodybuilders, so I can give it to you from that perspective. With me, um, first thing you looking at like that pituitary gland is not producing the
Right.
signals to signal the right amount of hormones to be excreted to different areas of the body to get different results. You're not get building enough testosterone. You're overproducing estrogen. The body start to build up more. A male dog body start to build up more feminine type traits. Female dog infertility issues and stuff like that. When you start to look at the different supplements or different medications, there's more natural ways, and then there's also like medications like Norvadex and uh, 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 clomifene.
Yeah,
Clom-
climate. Yeah.
yeah, you have those different types of medicines that you can actually use, and then you have the more natural ways and the more accessible ways, because a lot of times due to prescription from veterinarians and due to lack thereof access to, you can't get those first two. But then you have things like me. I have an old dog. This old dog, he done had a life that I have to watch it because they didn't feed like I fed. He'd been through some things and building them up to try to stud him out. Well, I would say I'm right now I'm running saw palmetto and tribulus on him with acetal L carnitine, you know, to make him have an ester C to have stronger sperm cells build up, estrogen blocker, testosterone a booster, and then if it was to be something like you found out where your dog had got steroids put into a supplement, because that happens. People put to say they got the best supplement out, they
Yeah.
put steroids in the supplement, and
Yeah.
you
Just
you
like they
don't
do
know what's
humans.
going. It's just like they do humans. So if you was to come across something like that, get you some milk thistle to protect the liver. You know, those things right there, uh, that combination of a more accessible PCT, post psychotherapy, is saw palmetto, tribulus, making sure you have a supplemented L-carnitine, which is the amino acid building block, just to keep them from losing that muscle tissue and to keep them from having that estrogen where it starts to build up fatty like feminine like titties and shit like that. That's one of
Hmm.
those things right there. And then ester C is gonna make the sperm cells. Is vitamin C gonna make the sperm cells swim stronger and more pliable for breeding. And then tribulus, same type of effect, building and boosting the testosterone level. And then of course the milk thistle is gonna be able to guard the liver, because that's where your body's filter is. So your body's gonna filter all of that uh, uh, on the way out. So the liver, if the liver shut down and you're not filtering toxins, your dogs most of their food digestive. That's why you that anal gland. That's why you're supposed to express the anal glands once a month or once quarterly, every 4 months, because they build up toxins there. You know, milk thistle is good for guarding against toxins and helping the healthy liver. So when you run across an issue like that, if you find that you gave a supplement like one of these aftermarket supplements that's supposed to build your dog up, and they stuck some steroids in it, and you wondering why your dog not producing, and you start to see the signs, or you go take your dog and get blood work from a vet, and they tell you this dog has steroids in it, and you know you didn't do anything, and you know this is the only thing that you did. This is your post cycle treatment. You know, when you're looking at that, if your vet gives you that prescription and you can afford it for Novadex and clomiphene, and you can have the estrogen blocker and testosterone. Usually they say within a week of you, if you cut that out right then and there, and you say I'm not using this supplement no more, it got steroids in it. I know this is what did it. Once you stop using that supplement within a week, you pick up and start using the post cycle treatment within 2 months, you should start to see a difference in your dog where they don't lose everything that they had that you put into them. You're starting to build the testosterone naturally to keep them hard and keep them tight and keep their life in a male. A male needs testosterone, you know. And then you start to look at, you know, they not losing anything that you built up in them, performance wise or just life health wise, you know, and the
Hmm.
dog is ready and has the vigor and everything that it needs. Those type of things like that you need to look into, and it's mostly based on protecting the pituitary gland, protecting the prostate. Even you as a male, even us as males, we got to start looking at stuff like that when we get over a certain age. You know,
Yep.
palmetto helps protect the prostate and build testosterone. No trivalous helps build testosterone, stronger sperm cells. L-carnitine, uh, same type of deal. It's gonna build stronger libido, stronger sperm cells. Not only is it gonna do that, it's gonna help you hold the muscle fibers together that you already had, you know, in life. And then top it off with the milk thistle and the ester C. It's gonna give you that vitamin C that you need, and milk thistle is gonna protect your liver. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
those things.
And the brother here, Maddie, asked a good question. This is the just of what I was wanting to ask too. Is HCG? I know HCG works wonders on men to bounce back because back in the day, motherfuckers used to take Clomid and Novadex and shit as they PCT pretty much, and now HCG, you know what I'm saying, the right dosage of that shit in your post psychotherapy, just like, I mean, that shit bring you right back. You know what I'm saying? And then you got, of course, the Novadex will still help, or some Aromacin or something like that will help. I like Aromacin better than Novadex personally, but you know, but the HCG does very good with uh, um, the LH. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the pituitary gland is sending them signals, getting the LH back pumping, telling your nuts to produce testosterone again. So that worked
Mhm.
good, but I wonder if that would work with dogs too. And then I think it would depend on if the like what supplements is the dogs taking. You know what I'm saying? Are they taking injectables, or were they taking injectables, or were they taking orals? Because if they're taking injectables, then you might want to also make sure you get some kidney support for your dogs because injectables tend to bypass the liver, and orals tablets tend to go through the liver. Injectables tend to bypass the liver and go through the kidneys and get filtered out through the kidneys. So
Mhm.
you want to make sure you checking them shits out if it's been done. But the reason I asked this question in the first place, it was a cat hit me up and said that um, he having second thoughts. He recently sent his dog. We ain't gonna say no names, but he recently sent his dog, his bitch down to get bread to a dog, and the word is on the streets is that the dog was like, had all his success from steroids. So he's wondering if his bitch is gonna come back pregnant from that hound or from another hound on that yard. And I just told him like, man, you should have went down there and seen the stick yourself. You know what I mean? Me personally, I would have to go see the stick
I
myself.
mean, to be honest, I mean, for one, my experience is more based on the scientific gathering of information, not more so hands on. Like I did that because, like I say, I wouldn't recommend that just for the reason that you're saying right now.
Right.
You're gonna hurt the dog illegal. that is. But in all reality, when you have men that bodybuild every day that know what they're doing, and I'm pretty sure you have dog men that do what they do every day and know what they're doing. You know, when they trying to present this specimen for, you know, show or just to say I got the baddest looking genetics, which it may not be reality, may not be true, and they just building this up. They most likely probably know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So if they most likely probably know what they're doing, if they season and they know what they're doing, I wouldn't worry about it so much because if they season and they know what they doing and they breeding it they self and they keeping something off of it, that's the key words. That's the
Yeah.
key. If they breeding it and they keeping it they themselves, then most likely that dog is really producing.
Yeah, that's a
If
good
they
point.
breeding it and they not keeping it themselves and they just putting it out with everybody else, it's probably some lies behind it. If they only got one male, so happen to have one male or one female here and there that they got, you looking like you got this meal, but you only got two puppies off of it. You only got one dog off of it. You know, why don't you have a whole family, a whole yard built off of it? Then most likely you
They
selling me
want
a
you to
joint.
build a whole family off them, but they don't want to build a family off them themselves.
Yeah, and they ain't get it. The dog probably not producing. It's a lie there, most likely. Because if you got a good ass dog and you building a family off of them, you're gonna keep what you got. You're going to keep it in some capacity to be able to reproduce it. If all you got is a male and a female that you claim are off of this dog, and you putting everything out there, and you got 10, 12, 15 breedings, hell, you don't produce probably 100 and some dogs, and all you kept was two.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, Dog Man told me that the other a couple days ago. I was inquiring about a litter. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to get something off of well, you know, me and him got to understand it, whatever. So I got a pup coming from him, but it was some shit I wanted. And I seen it. I said, "Hey man, what's up with this? I want something off of that. Let me get one of them pups." And he wouldn't budge. He was like, "Nah, man, I can't." He said, "I'd rather just give your money back." I said, "Nah, fuck that. I don't want my money back. I want one of these pups." He's like, "I can't, man." He's like, you know, he said, "Look, man, you can't have no better dogs than me and shit." And nigga said, "You can't have no better dogs than me."
He
He
was
said,
honest with you. That was his breed.
"Right." He said, "Man, I'm gonna keep these motherfuckers here." And he said, "I'll give you some off when I breed that again, or you can get some off another litter." Yeah, I said, "I ain't mad at you, man. It is what it is." What's your take on that, Buck? Would you send a bitch down there to get bred by a dog, even if the dog was a champion? But the rumors was that the dog had all his success from steroids.
Uh, you know, that's rough. You know, a lot of times, like who's making these rumors up? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, you know, it's up to you to believe him or not. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if he producing some pups, because I rarely go after the dog that's like the God's gift to this earth and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I very rarely do that. You know, I'm always the guy that, you know, I'm actually just sit back and be like, you know, well, such and such. So I don't know. That's a tough one. If I felt like he was producing and I always get the same corny Joe Popovich type of answer. But you know, if he was producing litters and, you know, you know, I felt like, you know, he wasn't missing, because some dogs I won't breed to them just because I heard, you know, like my partner had a dog, it was real good bred dogs, like a grandson of Buckets, but he was breeding them 2-3 times. You know, he keep it on the low, but you know, I was kind of keeping up. Like, damn, that's like the third, fourth try, and you still ain't got no pups out that motherfucker. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, shit. But if he was getting litters and shit, and I saw the pups and they was looking good, because that's kind of what I look for, man. You know, I mean, it might sound cliche and shit, but That's what I be looking for. Like when I get interested in a dog, it's usually his offspring that got me interested in him. You know, I'm like, damn, who is that dog off? You know, and then it's like, okay, he's off of him. Okay, and then you hear that a couple more times. I mean, that's pretty much how I roll. So I wouldn't really worry about if that was said about him. You know, about, you know what I'm saying, if that was how he got his success or whatever, you know.
Right.
That's just
Okay.
me, though, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, cause it's tricky, man. Cause it's a lot of. Let me read this super chat real quick before we go. Somebody else. The Bulldog Kid in the super chat. What it do, family? Appreciate the love. Says in competing minus the steroids, do y'all feel it's 50% the dog and 50% the dog man? And he said, or is it 75% the dog man and 25% the dog? Let's go to Ram. What you think, Ram?
Shit, I don't fuck with the juice at all. So shit, I ain't got nothing on as far as the initial question went. I don't fuck with that shit at all. But yeah, I would just because for one, I don't breathe to everybody's shit. So me myself, I'd have to already know you and then trust your word enough to. If you told me, hey, man, he's still throwing, I cycled him off, right? I should go and shoot the bitch, send the bitch out there, get her bread up. But if I ain't know you, shit, I wouldn't be trying to breed to you like that. No way, shit. Fuck you and your dog. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'll kind of be in the safe zone with that type of mentality, because if I fuck with you, I fuck with you, and you fuck with me. So I ain't gonna be with no bullshit. You try to pull a fast one, just like I know you ain't gonna be on no bullshit if I tried to pull a fast one. So we just gonna keep it on that respect level. You feel me?
Okay. Maul, you got something on that, Maul? Maul probably mute.
Yeah. One, I really never. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I never really been into I always looked at family of dogs, so that kind of I didn't have to worry about one dog, you know. But as far as the Jews and stuff, I'm not really familiar with it. I've only seen working in the gym and stuff. I've seen humans do it, and I'm kind of like what Eli was saying on that, and I agree with that. But as far as the stud dog that was, he had accolades or whatever he had going on, I tend to go to the family, the people who have the family of dogs for one reason, is that right there, because when you focus on one dog, you know, uh, I mean, just that right there. That's another reason. So, I don't know that I would have that problem for myself, but if I was the person in his shoes and he wanted to get something off that dog, I would always spend the extra couple bucks, go down there so you feel good, comfortable, and stick that dog to the dog yourself. I wouldn't rely on the friendship, because we've seen everything happen with these dogs. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the best of friends. We've all seen them be good on these dogs and find out something like that. The dog is off a son. And I think that I think a lot of dogs out here are off sons, triple bred sons and daughters. I really do think that myself. And
Mm-hmm.
them dogs that are as that you said in that situation, probably aren't producing. Age catches up, and there's some things you can't turn back around. It's on juice. It gets older too. The dog's 7, 8 years old. That's the give and take with that. So if I was a gentleman and I was gonna do that, kind of the best way I would do it to ensure my me getting some puppies, or at least knowing what it's off of, what I'm saying, just in getting some puppies, because you can have two things. You can get some puppies, but then there's always going to be, that story. Oh man, this dog wasn't producing. There's a famous dog out here right now. He's black. I won't say his name. He's all black, and they say he's
I know his
like that
name.
right there. Yeah, we
I
all
know
know.
his
You know
name.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and so that he would be one that you would be concerned of, because people will say, okay, well, they don't care about no pedigrees. But in a sense, if you worrying about your dog being off this particular dog, then you know goddamn well you care about a pedigree. So I would go down there, stick my dog to him. If it doesn't happen, for yourself that the breed never happened, and then that way you can both you guys can ensure it's a safe haven for you. You can ensure that you know what you got, and if the dog ain't producing, you guys can squash that, settle that. What I'm saying, your money, financial differences out after that. Just a little. It seemed like just a little more money. Just helps certain situations. They got a saying to say an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. And in that case, a couple bucks is that prevention. So that's my take on it.
Is it
Okay.
worth more than a pound of kush?
Yeah.
Those Swedish cheaper.
Let's answer this question though from the super chat though about the when you competing minus the steroids. He's saying if you just naturally competing with a dog, is it 50%? Like you going to a weight pool or something. Is it 50% the dog man and 50% the dog, or is it 75% the dog man and 25% the dog? Buck City, what you think, man?
I think it should be. I would say, when it comes to showing a dog, and even if you go into a confirmation show and you showing up and you're losing and stuff like that, those are percentages, So when you're talking about showing a dog, I'm gonna say it's 75 the owner and 25 the dog, and this is why. Because it's your choice to show this dog or not.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So, with that being said, as the owner, you're not only gonna make sure that he's in the right shape and he's looking good, but you're gonna make sure you don't show something that you feel is gonna give you a low percentage. So if people could say 50-50, and you could switch the percentages up however you want to do it, but owners make mistakes too.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it was 90% the dog. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the situation, but it's supposed to be a good effort from the dog and the owner. But I don't think there's no such thing as like percentage of what it was and what it should be. I think it's a huge responsibility on the owner though, because the dog gotta live with the owner's decisions,
Right. I would agree with that as far as like, yeah, if you showing your dog in some type of competition and he has to be in shape for that competition to compete with other dogs. I'm not talking about conformation, but like hunting or weight pulling or something. I think that the owner of the dog, the handler, has to take a greater responsibility because sometimes handlers get overzealous. Handlers bite off more than they can chew. Money get involved and shit, and motherfuckers be, letting their dog go uphill and shit, just do all kind of goofy ass shit. And like, if you put your dog in a fucking a losing situation, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like these are great dogs and shit, but everybody got their limits and shit. All dogs have their limitations and shit. You can't just expect these dogs to do the unthinkable and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Thompson?
What about in the instance though? You get those dogs that what up, cuzzo? That'll do good in anybody's hands though. I don't
Oh well,
give a fuck if
that's the ace.
butt
You know what
fuck
I'm saying?
Bert got him.
That's the ace. You know what I'm saying? You talking about an ace right there. You talking about a motherfucker that it don't matter. Like, you know what I mean? But for the average dog though, it's just a good dog. Like a bad handler who don't know what the fuck he doing can ruin that motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, like
Yeah, you got a point there.
But anybody else got something on
I
that?
look at it.
I, I,
I
go
look
ahead.
at it as teamwork make the dream work. So if we go do a mission and shit, man, you know what I'm saying? If me and Buck, we go pull up a little move and shit. You know what I'm saying? We got a plan on going over here, doing this right there. You know, I might motherfucking slip up, Buck pick up the slack or whatever. Ultimately, we drive home. We got the money. It's all done. We count it up on the table. We still ultimately got to that goal. So it's almost like when you fucking with these dogs, you can't take the credit from the dog, and the dog can't take the credit from you. You know what I'm saying? There is when you guys both go in and at one time all together, you guys both, you and that animal, whatever task you guys was gonna do, you guys came out of it. If you guys failed, y'all failed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I don't want to put the blame on the because that really technically all the way around it. No one is everybody, you know what I'm saying? Buck was right when he was saying it could be 90 to dog and on the dog or the human. The ratio is always gonna flip, you know what I'm saying? But when you look at it at the fair point for both sides is if you guys again in the scenario where, you know what I'm saying, you guys are about to go do whatever, you have a mission to go be done. And when you get back, you get home, you guys can't say, well, man, you fucked up right over here. You know what I'm saying? This is you only get this split. You know what I'm saying? When you go into the mission, you guys come back, it was a 50-50 mission. You guys pulled it off. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it.
Yeah, I hear you.
For me, I'm gonna take it a step further. I agree with Book, and I'm gonna take it a step further and say it's 100%. If I'm the dog man, it's 100% on me. The dog don't establish a program. Don't say this is a program. The dog don't establish rules, don't establish competition, none of that. Men do that. So as a man, and this my program, it's 100% on me, on my selection, on my choice, on my development, on my feed, on my exercise. Everything is about what I choose to do, put into this. If you're a dog man, it's 100% on you. You chose that. The dog didn't choose it. That shit's 100% on you. So for me, I'm not gonna put nothing on that dog. That's the one I picked. That's my choice. Live by, die by. And same thing like scenario. Mark was just saying. If I choose to go do something with somebody, it's 100% on me. That's my choice. I'm a grown ass man. That's why whatever belongs to me belongs to me. It don't belong to us. It's no us. It's no hey. You was with me. No, it's my choice. So
Right.
when I look at that as far as it go on the animals, as far as you being a dog man, everything you do is 100% your choice. That's why you tell a motherfucker, stay out my business. If I choose to do this breed, I'm gonna do this breed. If I choose to breed to this motherfucker, I'm gonna do that. If I choose to feed this feed, I'm gonna do that. That's why you hear us constantly say, I do it this way, but I can't say that what you doing that's working for you is wrong. I say the same thing about people that say natural versus not natural. For me, if I had to say, you should already, when you choose to go to weight pulling and use your supplements and all of your different shit that you don't learn to use to make your animal better and shit like that, then that's your choice to go do that. But you should have already knew what the animal was before then.
Hmm.
So you can't sit up there and say he ain't worth a shit because I knew more than you did. That's your problem. You don't know how to do it. That's not my
Right.
problem. If you don't know how to get it done, that's your problem. If you know how to get it done, if you knew better, you'll do better. That's my
Right.
thoughts on it.
It's just like, look, man. We could see in boxing, right? You can see a phenomenal fighter like let's use Terrence Crawford. Okay, Terrence Crawford, pound for pound, baddest motherfucker out there, right? In a matter of opinion. So now you got Bud out there. Now, if Bud trainer, we assuming that Bud ain't thinking for himself now. If Bud trainer or his promoter say, well, I want you to go up and fight Canelo. Okay. Now, if Canelo's bigger than him, stronger than him, if Canelo knocked Bud the fuck out, all right, is that a situation where Bud garbage now? Because he garbage because he fought Canelo? I don't think so. I think that it's a situation where he was put in a fucked up situation. He was put in a situation where,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? And the people who was in charge of putting him there should have known better or should have did proper research and shit on what they was doing. Instead, but when money get involved, that's what people do, man. Motherfucker just do shit like that with money involved, But hey Thompson, what's up, bro? What's your thoughts on that? Well, let me read this super chat real quick. Hustler's Home in the super chat. Appreciate the love, fam. He says, I'm going through that right now. He's talking about the earlier question we were talking about with the dog. He says, I brought some bulldogs and can't get them to stick. So I tried 5 times. I don't know what's going on. What is the girl? She in heat and stuff?
I was looking at that question.
Yeah, make sure she. I'm not trying to insult you, brother. I'm just trying to figure out if you like what's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not, might not know.
You might be too early in their heat cycle, or you might be too late in it.
Right. Because you could have missed it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, or you don't know yet.
Hey,
Or she ain't ready to flag that tail.
Who William? The dude.
What you say?
I don't know, man. There's a gentleman, William. He's talking about dog on dog.
A little too
contact, or whatever. Somebody.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But be careful with that. We can't.
But,
Yeah. We won't talk about the that thing like that. William in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, he Gucci. Yeah, the old timers, boy, they get loose. They ain't been around in a minute.
Yeah, this just new to him. This is all this shit that's new to him.
Yeah, we can't talk like that no more, man. It be motherfuckers coming over here already. See, if he post a video of just a motherfucker sitting with a chopper talking about it, I'm threatening them and shit. Like, nigga, this shit weird now, William. Though we appreciate you stopping through, though, blessing us with that old school game, man.
Yes,
we'll talk about that stuff though.
This nigga Ram crazy ass in super chat talking about them dude crimes and shit.
Oh yeah, let me read it. Shout out to Walk 'em Down Ram, Big Steppin'. Appreciate you, fam. He say $2 and big bitch butt crumbs for the dislikes. That ain't crazy, man.
He's crazy as hell.
Crazy as fuck.
Hey Thompson, it's all good, William. All good. Hey Thompson, man, what's your thoughts on the percentages of whose fault it is, the dog or the owner? You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about a dog competing in, say, weight pull or you know what I'm saying, something like that, if the dog is not successful, you know what I'm saying, who has the most responsibility in that?
Oh, damn. Shit, if I was gonna break it down, say 75 the dog, man, 25 the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta agree with a lot of what the panel said. What you call as far as your selection of the dog that you showing, the conditioning program you have with the dog in general. And then on the flip side of it, I give 25% of the dog because sometimes the dogs just let you down. You know what I mean? They can't hold up to what was going on. Even though you picked it, you can't always predict the outcome. So I give some accountability on the dog, but I give like 75% the dog, man.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Salute to Akando Sammy Hassan in the super chat. Appreciate it. He says Ram still with the Ram on that shit, man. Ram be shooting up shit.
Hey, 7A, I wanted to speak on that last comment because like I haven't tried to do a breeding. Like I only have really these 2 dogs, and one of them is my house dog and one of them is just an old dog that I picked up helping out somebody. But the helping myself out too, I ain't gonna lie. But when you get a dog that's disinterested like that, a lot of times you have to pick up their testosterone level and libido, and that's what we were cooking on today right now. So get you some It's that nettle root. Get you some saw palmetto. Get you some tribulus, and start introducing that into their diet every day. And get you some wheat germ oil, and start introducing that into their diet every day. And see if you can build them up to where they had an interest, where their testosterone level is more, because they start producing more testosterone and they start having more pockets of estrogen in them when they get older. It's just natural. The same way men start to gain weight and get soft and flabby and everything, it's the same thing for a dog. That's what we were cooking on really early. That's the real pretense of this. So when you got those dogs like that, you know, go ahead, change his diet. Watch the food that you got. If you got food that is a lot of pea protein and soy and stuff like that, and a low grade food, change over to maybe a raw diet, or change over to a higher grade food as far as something that is maybe grain more holistic, shall I say? Maybe grain free, but not so much pea and legumes and that type of feed. I would prefer to say a raw diet. Change over, get your supplements right on everything, get your oils right in your feed, and see if that changes that dog's want to actually go ahead and breed, and actually how his sperms is actually swimming. You know, because a
Mhm.
lot of times that's what it is. It's more of a hormonal thing and a time and age type thing, and sometimes it's genetic. You have a lot of dogs that are bred tighter. They actually do stop producing earlier. You know, some families do that. So make sure you know what family you have, and make sure you know address treat symptoms. Always treat symptoms. You know, if this dog is not showing interest and it's a male dog and something, most likely his hormones is off because males want to fuck. You know, so
Right,
I
right.
look at that, and those four supplements: saw palmetto, tribulus, carnitine. It's in most of the supplements for the workout supplements anyway, and ester C. They'll build it up, and some wheat germ oil for your oils. Stay away from flaxseed because at this point, when you're trying to build them up for as a production level, because flaxseed has more of an estrogen building type quality to it. So make sure that you do more of a wheat germ oil. That's going to be vitamin E, and it's going to build and help build your reproductive. That's why most supplements pattern with wheat germ oil that build towards production.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And you also got to make sure, because he never. I didn't see if the brother came back and left a follow up, but we don't know exactly what the issue is. But I know somebody I know had a problem as simple as, it's gonna sound so goofy, but he kept telling me he couldn't get the dogs to stick. And so I said, well, next time she come and heat, what I'm saying, let me know, whatever. And I went over there and I understood immediately why he was having a problem. He was one of them people who needed like a breeding stand, because the girl was way too short for the dude. And he all up on her back and her ass and shit. You can't get up in that motherfucker. So you gonna have to get a stand. You have to lift her up, or you gonna have to, what I'm saying, get down and dirty. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not grabbing no dog cock. But some niggas gonna have to do what you gotta
Hey,
do if you want them puppies
hey,
bad
I
enough.
done did what I had to do before. I ain't gonna even lie to you. But
Yeah,
no, man, you
you
do
gotta do
what you
what you gotta
got to
do.
do.
You gotta do what you gotta do if you want them puppies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I done been out there with
Man,
Vaseline, bro.
shit, I'll hold the bitch up for you. That's as far as I'm going. That's all I got for you. I just ain't finna get this breeding done if I gotta grab it and put
Man,
it
take that
in.
motherfucker. You know what to do. You gotta take that motherfucker. And if you don't want to do that shit, get one of them bitches and shit to do it. Like, hey,
The
grab,
worst
grab.
ones is the ones that be so excited they shoot they load so quick. You only got but so many times to fuck up before,
Nigga, that's why you
especially if
think
you,
I don't do it. I see them
yeah,
motherfucker
especially if you're
to the
doing that shit in,
windows, to the wall, ski nigga on the
yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
I
If
had to
you
fuck
doing that
that
shit,
dog up. Nigga, you
Don't do
skeet
that shit
on
in the
Hey,
me.
heat. Don't do that shit in
bona
the heat.
fide, bona fide.
For
If he
real.
worked it to your program, if he worked it to your program to put a few supplements in his feed and change and give him the right help that he needs, you gonna do it. If he not worth it to your program, you ain't gonna do it. He say if he got to do all of that, then it ain't worth it. Shit, bro. If you know that that dog is worth it to you, you're gonna put the best foot forward in getting his health right. That's one thing I can give California Jack, bro. Teaching
Oh,
nutrition and feeding the value of it to
I
a
thought you was
dog.
still talking about breeding them. I was finna say,
That,
nigga, the only dick I'm jacking is mine.
nah, nigga, that dude crazy.
This nigga crazy
Nah,
as
nah,
hell.
nah, 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 nah. He's talking about he was talking about doing all the feed something. But shit, hell, when I had to do that, shit, hey, I got 14 puppies out of it. I wish I still had them. I held the motherfucker in and everything. Shit, put my knees on his back and held him there. Hey, this is what it take. You too old. You're not in
Shit,
this
nigga, you
type
gotta
of
get down
condition.
and
You
dirty with
understand?
this.
Hey,
This
shit,
shit
it is
hit.
what it
Nigga,
This
I
shit down
hold the
and
bitch
dirty.
for you. That's all I got, nigga.
is.
Telling you, only dick I'm jacking is
Hey,
mine.
I
I
done
ain't
been
doing
out here
all.
with breeding stand.
I
I done been here with breeding stands and cinder blocks and shit, man. You know, it's motherfucker. You gotta get down and dirty to breed some of these dogs here, bro. Some of these motherfuckers. I done
mm-hmm.
seen some males. It's an art to breeding them. Unless you own them and know how to handle them dogs to breed them, you'll never get them bred. Like I
Fucking
mean, I
right.
know a lot of people who can't get fucking dogs bred. That shit
Yeah,
is facts.
right. And there's some goofy motherfuckers, dog. There's some males out there that's they so hot tempered. They
High
don't give a fuck.
strung.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck if the bitch is in heat or not. They can smell pussy all day. I don't give a fuck. The bitch come over here and she done. I'm killing that bitch. That's how they is, man. Motherfucker candy man type dog. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh the Bulldog Kid in the super chat, salute homie. Appreciate you. He says biggest mistake people make when judging a dog for their program. He said he says and would you breed a dog who has no ability when hog hunting but is game? All right. Um I
Like a game plug. Hell yeah, I'll breed the game plug to my fucking best performing bitches and just to see what I get, you know. That's the lick. If he just, just ain't got shit but game, then hell yeah. Back that ass up to him every time.
mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
that that's one of those things again with the urban dog, man. It depends on your space. Can you afford to keep that dog around? Do you need that space? Because that happened to me. I couldn't afford to keep him around because I needed his space. And looking back, I regretted it because I had a little bit more patience. The answer to your question is yes, I would. You know, if it was permitted and if it was the last thing that I had to use, I would hold one back. But a lot of times, one like that wouldn't even stay with me just because of the fact I don't have that much room to be. I didn't have that much room to be able to do that. So that's my answer on that.
okay, okay. Anybody else got what y'all think about that? Biggest mistake people make when judging a dog for their program?
Oh, I guess just not being patient. You know what I mean? Can't press. You gotta let them dogs be who they is and go through the whole process. Cause even with all this talk about breeding and shit, it's not like you do the fucking breeding and then it's over. You still gotta rate like you breeding a dog with gameness and no ability. You still gotta raise them puppies up to see if that transferred genetically to them pups. Where you still getting that or a combination of the both. Cause you hopefully you be trying to breed it to a bitch with some ability. But you know, it's a lot of stuff playing out. I always refer back to what I learned. I don't be trying to put together too much stuff that ain't like working. That's that family tree kind of format. You be feeling like I like to see a group of dogs. I just, you know what I mean. I gotta have some kind of consistency to know what I'm banking on, and I just don't be wanting to have to do too much heavy lifting breedings where you trying to make too much of it. Because I mean, no ability, that's a lot. Ability means something. And you saying the dog has none whatsoever, what if that trait reoccurs? Is that something that you could tolerate? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man,
I would.
hey, I'm gonna share something with y'all real fast. It's off topic, but my daughter just came in here and she did a drawing for me. She's 12 years old, and she gave it to me, and she say, "I'm sorry it didn't come out perfect." This is her drawing.
Oh, wow. That's dope as hell.
That's me kissing her when she was a baby,
Wow.
and she
Yeah.
telling me she's sorry it didn't come out perfect. I'm like, baby, most people can't do this.
Right. Right. That's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's talent.
it's
Skills.
very, very, very talented, very skilled. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That's what's up. She can keep doing that. Keep messing with that art, man. The drawing. Let me see here. I would say, to answer the brother question, I would say the biggest mistake, and people make, I would say probably being in a rush and just not having. I would say this, like, well, you said judging the dog though, on a specific dog. Uh, I think this, man. If you know what you want to do in your head, you got vision, you got a dream in your mind. You gotta make that dream a reality. Don't just rush it. Just buy some shit just to say I got some dogs and shit. Because then you ain't gonna be happy with the dogs. You're gonna be tempted to breed them anyway, and just gonna water down the shit that you wanted to do anyway. Just I would just wait, man. You know what I'm saying? I would just wait, man. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't just what I mean. If you know a dog is a piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter if the pedigree is beautiful and shit, man. If the pedigree is beautiful and you know the dog is a piece of shit. Don't even waste your time because then you can't even get mad at nobody but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Later on, and then all you did was just wasted 3, 4 years and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or longer. You got a yard full of shit, and you mad at yourself and shit. You fed these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can I say something?
Yes,
I
indeed.
got a lot of emails, man, and I don't get to contact people back, but a lot of people ask me about that program shit. That shit comes with time. That's not something where you just slap together a program. It takes years and years. That's why everybody in this panel keep telling people start off with dogs that you fucking like, that you're not trying to fix a whole bunch of shit with. Come into the door with shit that you like. It makes it a lot easier, man, because you, like 78 said, you fuck off years, man. You don't get those years back. You got a wealth of knowledge, but other than that, on the physical, on the ground tip, you don't have nothing to show for it. So I mean, start your culling process early on what you really like. Like, look and try to see the dogs and get an idea of what this is some shit that I could rock with, man. A lot of people don't do that. You just snatching stuff up and you just fuck off years.
Yes, indeed. Salute to the homie Hustle God Methodology in the super chat. Much love, much appreciation, man. All right.
Yeah, one of the cats said testing too early too. Like hell yeah, you gotta let them grow up, man. You know.
Yep. And that's just a part of being patient, man. Motherfuckers, you know, motherfuckers be, reading them Richard Stratton books, getting all hyped up and shit. Motherfucker sitting there on the floor, Indian style, reading Richard Stratton, and hop up, go outside, and start fucking with your dogs and shit. Man, it's a puppy. Leave that dog alone.
Let him grow up, man. If you like him as a pup, you'll love him as a grown dog, man. Trust me on this one. For
Mm-hmm.
real, for real. Be a
Facts.
good fucking pup. He gonna be a great fucking adult dog, man. It ain't like they go down. You feel me? The motherfuckers go up even more if you like them in 15 months. Wait 10 more months, you'll love them at 25.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
They don't want
Yep.
to take that three to the chest.
Yeah, it'd be worth it though when you find out your vet saved your life. You get that three to the chest, be worth it. You be like, God damn, hell yeah.
Yeah. Too many people just too eager to, and that's why I be trying to say, man, when y'all be talking about like the people in the chat, when y'all be saying stuff about testing and proving and all that stuff, that's cool. But the thing is, you want to make sure that your dog is of an age to do that. If you're gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But to make people feel like they ain't got shit on their yard unless this, unless that. All you gonna do is take these young impressionable dudes and have them doing goofy shit before it's even time for the goofy shit to happen. You know what I mean? In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of impressionable people out here, and motherfuckers just can't wait. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they dog growl or something, they think it's time. You know, it's time. You know what I'm saying? Fucking dog lost all his teeth and shit, fucking with you. You know what I mean? Get goofy.
Hell
But
yeah.
he said, "What y'all mean? Let him grow up. Let him become an adult. Let the pup become an adult, man." Yeah.
Let them grow up, literally.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know a dog's maturity age, it's usually between 2 and 3 on average. You know, some mature faster, some mature slower, but on average between 2 and 3 years old.
No, we
But
talking
like
about
the
we talking
Gotta
about
but
take
regular.
no,
that 3 to the chest, bro. Gotta take that 2 to
yeah,
3 to the chest. People don't want to take that 2 to 3. I don't know. As the years went on, it just kept getting lower and lower. 15, 14. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's
like this nigga. Yeah, next thing you know, you got grand champion puppies.
Yeah, homie. No, we ain't talking about like you could work your puppy. You know what I'm saying, play with him.
Yeah,
You
you know,
know.
show them the tools early. You know, that's always a plus. But before you try to go take them out to the woods and let them try to grab a hog, you know, he ain't gonna be physically strong enough for that, or mentally strong enough a lot of the times. You know, just think back how you was when you was 14 years old, nigga, hothead and all that. But you know, you run up on a big homie, you get your hat handed to you.
Right, right. You right. You might have enough heart to run up on them, but you know, what I'm saying, you can't do nothing with them. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
ain't got enough muscle to back that shit and push your line. You feel me? You ain't got
Mm-hmm.
enough skill to know to slip the punch and none of that. You just out there motherfucking swinging for the fences. That nigga just drilling you.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking and moving, styling on you. Same with the animals.
Salute to the Bulldog Kid and that super chat again. Salute, homie says, "Thanks for answering my question, brothers. Sorry for blowing up the chat, but I feel the money I use to ask the questions is an investment." Yeah, for sure. You all good, homie. You all good. Yeah, man. But we finna get up out of here though, y'all, man. It's New Year's Eve. Y'all be safe out there, man, and you know, enjoy yourself, man. But be safe. Don't be
Don't be out
drinking.
there drinking and driving and busting your pistol in the air because that shit's stupid. The sky ain't did nothing to you. You know,
Mhm.
save them bullets, man. The way this shit looking, you might be needing them.
For sure, man. You know, be safe out there, y'all. Appreciate y'all in the chat, man. We're gonna make sure y'all tune in on Sunday on Buck City channel, man. We're gonna do the Bulldog Sundays, man. Be over there kicking it. Make sure y'all
And
tune
as
in for that.
always, remember, sock your local tree hugger and salute your local dog man.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Salute, salute, everybody.
Hey, 7-8.
Yo,
Hey, check that out.
Ooh,
The
boy.
yeah, I
quarterback
see it.
right. Hey,
I see
hey.
it. I see it.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Hey, got dessert on that thing. Got them turkey necks
Oh
on that thing.
man,
Okay, okay.
Hey,
I ain't even make nothing,
hey,
man. Get out of
got
here
them
with that
green, got
shit,
them
cuz.
greens
Some
in that thing.
greens.
Got them cornbread. Got that cornbread right, baby.
Yeah,
Man, I
yeah,
hope
Say,
you
hey,
drop
hey,
that
hey,
whole pot of greens on the floor.
hey, hey.
this
Got
nigga
that
got
bottle
cornbread
on.
for real.
Got that bottle right there, baby. Say,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
at the house chilling. Y'all have a good time. Y'all enjoy yourself, man. Happy New Year.
yeah,
Man, I
yo,
wish you
same
was
to you,
closer.
bro.
That shit look good, nigga. Send me
Hey,
some of them greens, nigga.
yes, indeed. Same to you, man. And happy New Year to all y'all. I'm finna go down here and get me something to eat too, man. Shit. I'm like, man. Then Eli
Uh,
fucked it up with that.
yeah, straight up, man. Y'all boys be safe, man. I hit y'all up, man.
All right,
Hey,
man.
peace out to the team, man. I'll holla.
Peace.